So, I'm going to divide this into two parts. Time Stone and Power Stone. Sorry, couldn't help myself with that reference. Soul Stone and Mind Stone. And the Reality Stone and the Energy Stone. And then Wakanda. So, I don't know. You know what, I'm gonna start this on Time and Power Stone. And then my next three videos will be about the two other pairs of stones and the and Wakanda. Alright, and I want to keep these kind of short so I can put them up on YouTube and Dailymotion. The Time Stone suits the theme of time in the Doctor Strange movie. It was also the fifth to be brought up, so they had to stick it somewhere. Thanos allegedly used trickery in the comics and his own cunning and wits to get the stones, which makes him very dangerous when you consider the physical power and other sorts that he wields. But here we just see Doctor Strange having a weird spasm that he later says was him checking various realities, but he didn't check in first. It's just, what the heck's happening to you? Are we under attack? Are you our first victim? Talk to us. Why can't you talk to us? Oh, that's what you were doing. Then, after saying that he would gladly sacrifice Tony or Peter to keep the stone safe, he hands over the stone in exchange for Tony's life, and he says that this was the only way, but it sounds like he's contradicting himself. Then you look back at the comics and see the role that the Time Gem had. And what do you know? Of the 14,723 methods, there was only one route that worked, and the only way involved Thanos actually already having done his kill half the universe thing. Speaking of which, that gets us to Samuel L. Jackson dropping his signature mother as he dies in the post-credits random cutscene, interrupting his call to Captain Marvel, whose movie should be coming up next. This movie came out in April. Is hers coming out this year? I need to check. I mean, I know her as Miss Marvel from the X-Men and other things, but the Captain Marvel seems to be going in the comics contemporary new direction, and that one just does not interest me. I'll finally get comments in my comment section. They'll be telling me how horrible and unattractive I am. Yeah. You're cutting out, it's like you're cutting out Marvel from it. That's a big part of her mythology. Alright, I'm going on a tangent and speculating. Let's go to Power Stone! Sorry, it's just, I have that little thing stuck in my head. Power Stone was a video game from around the time that Pokemon was released in America, and it had an anime done clearly by the same people who did Pokemon. And that's the little stinger that they did during the commercial break. Anyway, Power Stone was in the first Guardians movie given to Xandar. Xandar has been decimated. We're getting a Nova movie, aren't we? Yeah, he uses it. I mean, it's the only one he has at the beginning. I don't know what cutscene, what movie ending has him, already decimating Xandar, but, he uses that to decimate the Hulk. Hulk has performance issues in this movie. Hulk smashes, Hulk slashes, but in this movie, Hulk scream! And what happened to Valkyrie? I mean, I know she's neither Brunhild nor the Old Strong. She doesn't even get a name in Thor Ragnarok. But where is she in this bloodbath? We get to see Bruce fighting a on account of all this madness, when Heimdall sends Bruce to Earth to warn them, like a herald, that Thanos is coming. We get to see Bruce wielding a Hulkbuster armor. That's worth the price of admission. I don't recall that in the credits. Yeah, in the trailers. Let's see, there were other children of Thanos. We see how he adopts Gamora and just how much machinery is in her precious sister Galatea? Cut me some slack. There's a lot of names to remember. Oh, speaking of Guardians of the Power Stone, we'll end this little thing by talking about my feelings. You might recall me mentioning, that when Peter Quill's on screen, the movie's not very kind to him. Yeah, they're the ones who found the Power Stone. They're the ones who dealt with it and handed it over. And now they're the ones who are seeing the fallout from when it was used on Thor and his people. Thor's a god, but there are other gods out there floating in space. Why'd they only pick him up? Because, yeah, his eye's opening, but didn't they check the other bodies floating around? Let's see, that I felt like that was a wasted opportunity. Though it was fun to see how Gamora reacts to Chris Hemsworth's muscles. Peter Quill, very insecure. I mean, he's a big ball of baggage. They explored that in the second movie. The one I made that little Blizzard recipe for because I didn't like the official tie-in. But you all remember that. They see the Collector, except it's an illusion meant to capture Gamora, and that's Quill's big chance to choke and not pull the trigger, even when Gamora is screaming for him to kill her to protect her secret of the location of the Soul Stone. And Thanos even offers it to her, and then he says the worst thing of all. I like him. Yeah. I like him. How many girls actually want their fathers to say that about their boyfriends? I mean, let alone this father. I don't know. I have no idea. Alright, gotta ignore that. And, let's see. So, yeah. Because of all that, Thanos, because of Peter Quill, Thanos not only gets his hands on the Power Stone just a little bit later, but also has access to the Soul Stone, and it gets Quill killed! Also, he has to sacrifice Gamora to get the Soul Stone, and when this reveal gets Quill to drop the plan, and they could have actually, saved a lot of people that way, instead of having to rely on the Time Stone later, which they almost certainly will do. Yeah. That wasn't the be-all, end-all to fix everything in the novel, but it was integral. I noticed that after the Guardians are destroyed, Gamora's sister, the one played by Amy Pond from Doctor Who, she survives. She was Thanos' prisoner. In the comics, he used the stone on a whim to restore her body completely. And then, spoiler alert, she gets her hand on the gauntlet. Gonna leave it right there.